So, one of the worst things that could happen to you is picking up a fight with the very wrong person. Yes, when you go picking up a fight with the wrong person, you're bound to get your hands smeared. This is Gist Lovers Hub TV, and we are here to give you more up to date information of everything happening in the National Assembly and in the life of the elites. Natasha's revenge, how Natasha could cost Akpabio and Ned Nwoko their senatorial seats. It is getting clearer and clearer that with the way things are going right now, Akpabio and Ned Nwoko might not return to the Senate. Yes, they might not return to the Senate because Natasha has made it a duty to see that she fights dirty to any level with these people who consistently have held Nigeria in the jugalos. The truth about the matter is, political shockwaves are shaking the red chamber. Rumors are flying that Natasha's last moves might threaten the positions of Akpabio and Ned Nwoko. When Natasha Akpabio started this fight with Natasha, people were warning Akpabio, Akpabio, leave this woman alone. Akpabio, leave this woman alone. And Akpabio was adamant. Akpabio felt and thought that he had all the moral powers, he had all the moral backings, he had all the spiritual backings, he had all the power to do everything he needed to do to see that he pushes Natasha down. But in all of this, Akpabio is beginning to have it hot with Natasha right now, especially with the case that is now involving Natasha, Akpabio, and Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko was involved in a very serious case of battering, which has actually left a lot of things unattended to. But in all of this, it is still pertinent to note that Natasha has made up her mind that she, as a matter of fact, is going to take this fight to a logical end and logical conclusion. And you know how it is when people begin to get messy, when people begin to get dirty, they will actually drag you down. Is this karma, strategy, or pure destiny at work? Watch as we uncover this power play hidden in alliances and backroom drama rocking Nigeria's Senate place. Now, if you notice very well, there's so much that is happening right now in the red chambers. So much is happening in the red chambers. And the truth about the matter is, everybody is trying to be actually careful with dealing with Natasha and dealing with Akpabio. Everybody is trying to be careful with Natasha. Natasha has already said it that, as a matter of fact, she wants to fight to the end. She's not going to give up. And when the worst thing that could happen to anybody is to be in a battle with somebody who is not ready to give up. They thought she was finished. They thought they could silence her. But Natasha is back. And this time, her moves might shake the red chambers to its very foundation. Yes, she is planning to shake the red chambers. She is planning to see that she fights them in ways and dimensions they can never explain. Rumors are spreading fast in Abuja, whispers that both Senate President Godswill Akpabio and billionaire Senator Ned Nwoko might be working on thin ice. And the reason, one name keeps up coming every time, and that name is Natasha. When Natasha is beginning to be a reoccurring decimal in your life or in the things that you're doing, then just know that the time is ticking for you. Just know that you're actually going to find it very difficult to survive. Survival, as a matter of fact, is the game. And for everybody who does not understand what it means to know when to bow, then you now find out that it's actually a very Herculean task for anybody who is trying to fight people that they cannot fight. And whether we like it or yes, Natasha is a woman that God has ordained. Now, the worst thing to happen to you is now to see yourself that you can bring some certain people down. When you try bringing some certain people down, just know it. Just have it at the back of your mind that you cannot do them much, but rather they are going to fight you to a very standstill. If you really watch and understand from the beginning of these issues to this time now, you find out that Natasha has always been one step ahead of all of those people. And that is why they keep on getting so confused. They keep on getting so so confused as of to what exactly is happening. How is it happening like this? Imagine when they tried to stop her from going there, they said there was curfew in Kogi State. Nobody should drive in. But guess what she did? She had to fly in. That was because she just showed them that she was one step ahead of each and every one of them. So when you now try to fight some people like this and try to mitigate them or try to make them not to have a local standing or locus bearing, you are definitely going to be biting more than you can chew. Because from the way it is right now, Akpabio is actually biting more than what he can chew. And it's really painful that even in the midst of all of this, Akpabio is now going to merge fences with Ned Nwoko. And Akpabio merging fences with Ned Nwoko in this way is rather now causing more chaos, that if somebody is not extremely careful, you will now get your fingers burnt. A lot of people have been getting their fingers burnt when they try to go to fight women. There are some certain women that you can never fight, and Natasha Akpoti seems to be one of such women that you can never fight. It is really painful and really hard to understand that in all of this, no matter how things have been going, no matter how difficult they've been pushing around, the narrative is still the same. The narrative has never changed. Now, if you now go and look at it, there is another lady now called Pat, who is also beginning to get involved in this fight. It's really getting messy. It's really getting disastrous. And when people begin to consistently see that you are actually fighting the wrong battles, my brother, it now gets to that point where you will not even know how to handle some certain things again. And when you now get to that point where you cannot, as a matter of fact, handle some certain things, you now begin to see that you are going to be feeling somehow very distrust with the way things are going. As a matter of fact, things have actually been quite engaging with the way Natasha is going about the case. Natasha has already said it, that she is not ready to give up. And the way she's not ready to give up, no matter what they do, no matter how they do it, they are going to be going in circles, in circles, in circles. Natasha is just like the proverbial bone that hangs you in the truth. You cannot swallow it down, you cannot spit it out. It's just in the middle, stressing you, making you feel uncomfortable, making you know that no matter how you do it, no matter what you do, you're going to be in a very tight, difficult corner. Now, don't also forget that the worst thing that could happen to Akpabio and Ned Nwoko is for them to lose their seats. And the way Natasha is going like this, the possibility of these people losing their seats is very possible. Yes, it is very possible, because these people in all levels of dimension are always still having issues and difficulties trying to have an understanding of what to do. Now, sources close to the Senate corridors claim that Natasha's recent petitions, alliances, and quiet meetings have rattled more than a few power blocks. She's said to be working closely with reform-minded lawmakers, and that's spelling trouble for the old guard. This old guard who feel and think that in all they do, they are going to remain relevant, they are going to remain strong, are beginning to see a new phase of apathy in how these things are being done. And with the way the things are going right now, these people are definitely getting to be biting more than they can chew. While Akpabio battles internal dissent, Ned Nwoko is also facing growing questions about his constituency projects and political alignment. And guess who's foiling the fire? Yes, Natasha. Another issue now that we should also understand here is that Natasha is now beginning to form a very powerful alliance with Nollywood superstar Regina Daniels, who has been in a very controversial deep fight with Ned Nwoko. A lot of people are of the opinion that why would Ned marry a young girl like that? While others are of the opinion that, well, the girl is an adult and she might want to marry whoever she wants to marry. But all of this is actually a calculated attempt at fighting them, and a calculated attempt at making sure that they disrupt the status quo that all of these people are bringing into bear. And when these things begin to come like this, then just know that it's getting more difficult. Insiders allege that Natasha's camp has submitted powerful documents to anti-corruption agencies, and that these files could open a new chapter in Senate investigations. The timing couldn't be worse. With the next political reshuffle around the corner, loyalty is shifting faster than ever. So for people who now begin to think that, well, they don't know what to do, they should just know and begin to understand that people are really, really going to be having different kinds of feeling, different kinds of wishful thinkings, different kind of things that they will be struggling in all they can to see that they take their rightful place. Okay, Enim Joseph, thank you very much. She said, now we know why they don't want her back, because these two politicians are doing too much mini wana with women. Wow, this is a very strong one. Yeah. Enim Joseph, it could be true. It could be true because these people are very, very randy. You know, both of them are randy. Natasha, Akpabio is randy. Ned Nwoko is Randy. So in all of these people are trying to shift loyalty, and they are shifting it faster than ever. Now, some say Natasha is simply fighting for justice. Others believe it's payback, pure and calculated. Now, whether it's payback, whether it's a calculated attempt, the truth about the matter remains that Natasha is fighting for a good cause. Right now, it's gone beyond her just fighting for her own very self. But right now, she's also fighting for the masses, fighting for Regina Daniels, who has actually been having some serious issues, with everybody, especially the husband. Now, if the rumor holds any truth, both Akpabio and Ned might be forced to defend their Senate seats sooner than expected. Now, we are entering an election year next year, and from the look of things, everybody just seems to want things to get right, get right, get right. So very, very soon now, these people are going to be scrambling for power, and when you begin to scramble for power, then just know that Natasha will be having the day. Now, could this be the beginning of a new power era led by Natasha, or just another round of political fireworks in Abuja? There's been some opinion polls where it is said that Natasha is actually eyeing to be the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under Peter Obi in a party called ADC. That is one aspect of this thing that we are looking at. So it is actually getting very interesting. It's actually getting very okay that things are actually getting stronger and better. And only time is actually going to say how these things will end. One thing is certain, she's no longer the underdog. She is a storm that they didn't see coming. Of a matter of fact, Natasha is a storm that nobody saw coming. And when the storm comes, it carries everything, both the good, the bad, the ugly. Now, this story is still unfolding. If Natasha moves play out the way insiders predict, the Red Chamber might never be the same again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the next revelation might just be bigger than anyone else. This has been Gist Lover Hub TV, and we are glad we are the first to give you more up-to-date information of everything that is happening on this channel. So thank you so much, everybody who has been part and parcel of our conversation today. We wish you subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button, comment, like, and share, and we'll make sure we give you more updates of what's happening in the Red Chamber and the Villa. Thank you, and see you some other time. Bye bye.